this video starts, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, even though Christmas is over. I hope all of you guys had a very, very fantastic Christmas. And in the comment section below, I actually asked this in my community feed, but before I dive into this video, in the comments, I want you guys to answer this question. Do you guys think the viewership for NBA 2K21 on Next Gen or NBA 2K21 in general will go up now that it's after Christmas and maybe a couple more people ended up getting Next Gen consoles? I want you to type yes, the views will go up, or no, for the views will not go up, and NBA 2K21 is more than likely going to stay the same the entire year. Now, talking about this situation, this has been something that has been going on for, I want to say, about a week to 2 weeks now, with consistent drama all the time. Now, this involves the 2Hype group, and this involves a lot of big names on the YouTube platform. So this originally started when things were being said about each other on Twitter, shots are being thrown back and forth. You guys can go ahead and check out my previous videos and check out how this led up to this situation right here. So LSK ended up dropping a 45-minute video talking about the entire situation. And throughout that video, basically what he was saying was that everything that anyone else was saying about him, whether it be Los Polos, Mopey, TD, or anyone that they've had a falling out with, anyone saying anything bad about him, it's completely blown out of proportion, and it is a completely false accusations, which hence the reason why they hit Mopey with a cease and desist, which is still interesting to me because I don't understand why they hit Mopey with that, but they did not hit TD with it, because today TD actually dropped his own variation of the situation and what really went on. Because if you guys didn't know, TD was removed from the group for 2Hype, and TD was one of the original members that ended up making all of this stuff together. He was, I want to say, a part of like the first 4 people that were actually in the group before it really started getting big. So TD dropped a 30-minute video, and in this 30-minute video, he touches on a lot of things. Now, in this video, I'm not going to play the entire thing. I'm going to play a couple clips that I think you guys would like to watch and that I personally want to comment on. He included the audio of when TD was kicked. Now, I knew this audio was out there. The audio has been out there for a little bit, but I want to play the audio for you guys. So for some of you guys who didn't see it for whatever reason, this is the audio, because TD included it in his video. And I thought to myself, I know they're sending out cease and desist. I don't want to get my channel in any trouble or anything like that, so I didn't include the audio. But since TD included the audio, I'm going to go ahead and include this audio that TD included in his video when it came to kicking TD out of the group. Go ahead and just listen to this.
Implying that me and Los left the group, but that's just completely not true. Like, we got kicked from the group, and I'm gonna play audio for you guys that ended up getting leaked, and I really wish the entire conversation was out there, because it would have looked a whole lot worse. But we're gonna play what we got.
Tight schedule that we're gonna start doing now that we've moved out, we're getting settled in. Like, things are gonna move really quick and like at a large scale. And like, we didn't want to just put it like the group channel out and stuff and like not have you like aware. And then also like, given that we see, like, we're kind of like foreshadowing, like looking forward to where this movement's going to go. And like, we didn't see like you being like a part of it. We also just wanted to like come to you. Like, we'd hope that you could build like your own narrative as to how like we're not like together. And then like, you know, we wanted you to like let us know like how you wanted to go about that. Like, are you like, do you plan on, because we didn't want to like publicly say this and everything. I think like we told Logos, like you guys can like build your narrative, you know, like,
yeah, we want it to be like you are like stepping away from 2Hype and going your own way because you want to focus on yourself, and like you feel like it would be easier to do it, you know, that way. You also don't want to just come out and say like, yeah, we kicked TD out, and like have like some sort of negative connotation towards you, or have the fans have some negative connotation towards you, because we don't want to affect you on that. And like Cash was saying, like, it's not like, and Chris was saying, it's not like we still can't make videos. Like, it's not like you can't come over, or like can't play games together. You can't text us whenever you need something. Like, we're still boys.
Yeah. This was a call in Discord, and out of the blue, they just call me and they're like, hey, TD, you know, we're starting a group channel. We want to become like the next phase. We want to be like the Sidemen. And yeah, we don't see you being in the group anymore. So can you lie and say like you're taking a step back from the group? I responded to him and I'm like, look, I won't create drama and I won't say anything bad about you guys, but I'm not going to lie and say that I'm taking a step back to work on myself, because that's not what's happening.
You heard right there, that was actual audio that TD included in his video in that he reacted to. Now, the crazy thing about this is we've all known about this audio for a very long time. Now, in the audio, basically what's being said is that you are being removed from a group, or for example, you are being fired from your job, and I want you to tell the public or tell the people around you that you left the job. You didn't actually get fired. You wanted to leave on your own will, so therefore it won't cause any uproar or backlash on people who are looking in on the situation. So to put that in a YouTube form, we're removing you from the 2Hype group. Now, instead of saying that we removed you, we want you guys, Los, TD, and anyone else who got removed, to make up your own narrative, so therefore there's no negative impact or there's no backlash on the 2Hype brand. Because if brands look at this, or whatever, look at this and they see that 2Hype has falling outs with his members, then maybe they think they won't be able to last long in terms of the long term of the group. And that's exactly what this is. They told TD, they told Los, they told other people to go ahead and make something up, so therefore it wouldn't look bad on them. Now, I know in that video they said it more towards the fact that they didn't want Mopey, or they didn't want TD or Los to receive any hate, because in all fairness, most of the people who watch 2Hype are very, very, very young. So I feel like they would look at that as, oh, you left 2Hype, oh, we hate you now. Because it seems like a very logical thing for like a 10-year-old or 11-year-old to do. But nonetheless, that was the actual audio, and then TD reacted to it. Now, throughout this video, TD talks about everything. He talks about the Brie Martinez situation and how he apparently stayed in the same bed as her. He talks about literally everything. Now, obviously, I'm not going to include every single thing in this video because there is a 30-minute video that you guys can watch on your own. But another important thing that I would like to share with you guys is when TD actually found out that he got kicked. And now TD was originally the person who suggested that they should make a group that would later turn into 2Hype that he would be kicked out of. So I'm going to play this last clip. We'll talk about it, and then we'll go from there.
I thought everything was good. And then just one day, out of the blue, I get to call that I'm kicked out of the group. Not only did I feel blindsided and betrayed, bro, to hear them saying they were starting a group channel, which is like something I always talked about with them and something I always pushed for, and they didn't want to do it.
It's just kind of like, so we have a name when we're all together, when we all make videos. I don't think we'll ever have like a certain separate channel for 2Hype.
Yeah.
We all kind of want to, we also want to grow our individual brands, like our individual channels, but just make content together and just keep doing that for as long as we can. And 2Hype just makes it easier to name like when we do group videos. So it's not like an official branded thing, but it's just like a group of friends.
The crazy thing is, I'm just confused by all of this, and I still didn't say anything bad about anybody. I get text messages. I get sent, some of those texts I sent you guys earlier, and I see all these things that were said behind my back. I see them start the group channel, and they start with a house tour, a house that I was promised a room in, and they're showing off things that were mine. Now, I'm not going to say like Jidell's, the bed I gave to Jidell. I'm not going to talk about the fire pit that I bought because those things were for the group. But personal items like monitors and, like my weights and stuff like that, things that were mine, they just kept. And they're showing them off in the group video. And I asked for these things back.
Our new gym. This is our gym. So yeah, this is our in-at-home gym. This is a work in progress. It's not done yet, but we literally just got all this stuff like a week ago.
Dude, you gotta take a hallway to get here.
Top of everything that TD ended up saying in his video and all of the information about how most of the stuff that 2Hype, if not all the stuff that 2Hype said, wasn't completely accurate, and it was used to manipulate the situation and once again protect their brand image and to protect the fact that they don't want to look like the bad people. On top of all that, imagine randomly getting called and getting told that you're getting fired or getting kicked out of your job. I don't like using the word fired because I don't want you guys to make it seem like, oh, TD got kicked out of 2Hype and he's no longer, has a job, because he definitely does. He's still doing well on his own. But I'm just using that in terms of for it to be a little bit more easier to understand. So imagine that. Imagine getting kicked out and then you're not a part of the group anymore. And then the first video you see of the group that you originally suggested they should make, the first video you see is a video of them doing a house tour. And then in the house tour, since you are no longer a part of the group and no longer living in the house, you see your own personal belongings. I don't know if there's a better way to put this, but I believe that is just the cherry on top and the icing on the cake for the fact that this situation is absolutely mind-blowing. And we don't even know the entire thing because we don't know what's going on with Mopey. We don't know every single thing that's going on. But from 2Hype, or from 2TD's standpoint, the 2Hype situation is not looking good in terms of 2Hype, especially the fact that LSK deleted an entire 40-minute video and then say that he didn't want to address it anymore. He didn't want no more negativity when originally they were the first people to address it. So I don't know. I'm not really too sure what's going to go on in this situation. But for now, TDS spoke up about his situation. I will post his video in the top pinned comment so you guys can watch the entire 30-minute video. But hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And peace.